I hear you
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. See, sometimes the audio might go out. Whatever happens, I cut it off. Don't worry. I'm just gonna send you the link. We back in, okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I was telling you that actually, Mia, she's living by her name. She's a sweetheart, and we've been actually calling our friendship bullshit-free friendship. Yeah, I know her since 2014, and we never had a fight, and that's rare for two chicks, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So don't tell me y'all be having drama over there on that side of the pond, do you?
Oh well, we will give you drama.
I feel you on that, Miss Lady. And I gotta say, it's like I just love your work. I love your picks.
Thank you.
How long you been in the cam world?
Since 2010, in October, I'll have 11 years.
Good night. So it's like you in this. So you've been doing this. You practically say you're practically a legend in many ways.
Am I?
I mean, you got a name. You're known.
I just blushed.
Because see, the reason why I'm saying that, because even from talking to her, the way that y'all do things over there compared to here, it's more like professional, more organized to a certain extent. I know not every cam house is like that, but it seemed like with yours it is, period. And like I said, I mean, shoot, from your pictures and the whole nine, it's like, look, particulars so we get to this interview, okay? Let me do my particulars real quick. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
Hello,
yeah.
everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor, the Star Podcasting Career. All you got to do is go to the Anchor app and download it, or go to anchor.fm and set up a profile. You can monetize your episode. You can distribute it, and all this for free. So go to anchor.fm or download the Anchor app and start podcasting like myself. I'm your host, Kavanaugh, the sub champ, aka the porn rap star. Y'all know what it is. You can find my porn, my music, as well as my social media. All those links with one link. And I'm talking about allmylinks.com/porn rap star. Find me everywhere in one place. Also, we are sponsored by the Facebook of the LS community, lsworld.com. Go there today, get yourself a profile, and start your journey into the lifestyle community. And we're also a proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. I'm talking about multiple podcasts giving you the Black experience. And while you're there, you can get some shopping done as well, because you can buy products 500 Black retailers and sellers, Black owned people. So go to shopgwdistrict.com, buy Black, support Black businesses, build a Black economy so we create generational wealth. Now I'm about to be quiet and let this international sexy redhead introduce herself.
Oh my God. Hi, I'm Roxanne Miller. And now I don't know what to say
See, I done
with that
frustrated,
introduction.
frustrated people. I got her over there cheesing, her cheeks all red right now.
Yeah,
So
well,
I glad I could do that. I love making people smile.
yeah, you made me. I mean, I'm quite a shy person.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I am an exhibitionist, but I'm quite shy. It's weird, but
Uh,
maybe maybe it's diagnosable.
well, no, you don't seem shy to me on that camera. You seem very comfortable and very.
Well, yeah, because I actually through this journey of being a cam girl, I learned a lot about myself, my sexuality, and about the self love,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why. But other than that, I'm pretty shy, and honestly, all the pro perverts that I've met are shy.
Yeah, actually, because you'd be surprised that the ones that get on camera and so great performers, they're like the most reserved and shy when they're around a lot of people. Period.
Well,
They Go ahead.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And basically, it's because we know how many kinks we have in our heads, and
Mm-hmm.
perhaps we don't want to scare people away.
Yeah, can they be like, he's a freak? He's a freak. Jesus, look at all what you just look. You know what I'm saying? But speaking about that, let's go to the beginning, shall we? How did you
Sure.
get into becoming a cam girl?
Well, back in 2010, I was studying and I went to acting university.
Mm-hmm.
The schedule there was crazy. One day I'd have 10 hours, the next day 12 hours, the next day 4 hours. So I needed a job that would allow me to have these crazy hours and also make some money.
Mm-hmm.
And before getting into classes, I went to plenty of TV shows. I've been in the public, applauding and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
extra in some shows.
Okay.
And after a month of being on sets a lot, I
Mm-hmm.
realized I earned around $150. And that's little everywhere.
Yeah.
And my cousin used to be a cam model, and he was it was funny because he was like, I'm gonna go online because the guys will ask me to marry them again.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that nobody touches you, it's intimate, and
Mm-hmm.
I always craved connection,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew there is slut side of me.
Mm-hmm.
I felt it, so I decided to to go to an interview and see if I like it. And 10, 11 years after that, I'm still here.
Oh God! So when you went to the interview, tell us about the interview. How did it go? What did you ask you questions? Did you have to get nude? Um.
Uh, no, nothing like that. The interview was very professional, as in
Mm,
we talked. I had plenty of questions related to the job itself, and I had also a very low esteem. I
mm-hmm.
used to be I used to be chubby as a teenager as well, and in Romania, chubby people are mocked a lot. It's
Okay.
not in it's not in our culture to be curvy. You hear
Mm-hmm.
all throughout all your childhood as a
Mm-hmm.
woman that if you want to keep your man at home, you have to be skinny.
Mm. Okay.
And that was a thing that I had to fight with. And before being 19, I lost around 50 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I still had that low esteem of being a chubby teenager and didn't think that I can actually have a man, didn't think that I can actually seduce somebody or make somebody horny for me.
Mm-hmm.
And those were some of the real questions because I was not sure that I would be hired, knowing that for sex, you'd need to be a doll.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, no, it's nothing like that. And also, I
Mm-hmm.
remember that I asked what to do when on period.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were
Okay.
like, yeah, you just stick the thread of the tampon inside and that's it. And I was like, okay,
Oh,
cool.
so y'all don't use what they call soft cups over there?
Can you say that again?
Y'all don't use soft cups. It's they call them soft cups. What they are? They like these. They come in this purple package, and they're like the period blood and holds it up there for 8 hours.
Oh
You just
yeah,
got to
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know them. I saw them. I know a few people who use them. I don't think I could.
they're not that comfortable as people might think because that plastic has no give. You know what I'm
And
saying? Part
yeah,
not really squeeze. So,
and I
but
think I'd panic trying to squeeze it out.
oh
And
yeah,
also, and also, I'm sure I'd panic to see that volume of blood.
yeah, oh yeah. It'd be like, oh my god. Trust me, I had to help many girls get it out. and it wasn't the funniest thing in the world.
My God.
Oh God. Oh yes. So,
That's like vampire party for real.
oh my God, yes, like straight hit the throat. He just gushing. It's, oh God, he just completely drained. So, in the so you basically do, you a cam girl, you also do content as well.
Yeah.
Um or what have you, and you work within a cam house. Correct.
I started in a studio, yeah, back in 2010. In 4 months,
Okay.
I was out of it into another one, a smaller one.
Mm-hmm.
And from that one, I was out in like 5 months, and I went to a third one for a year and a half. And in
Mm-hmm.
that year and a half, actually, Score Group reached out to me,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I posed for the first time with them.
Yes, I
And
do remember
after
that.
and after that, after that, I became an independent model for
Okay.
8 years. 8 years,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And now I am owning my own studio in which I'm trying to do the things differently than other
Mm-hmm.
studios. This studio of mine, it's not made to make money for myself. It's made to make money for the girls, and also
Mm-hmm.
to teach them skills that they can use in real life, such as doing a good makeup, doing a good hair. It cuts you costs when you do
Mm-hmm.
things in real life, like when you have to attend a
Mm-hmm.
wedding or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. Having those skills helps you. And also, I'm teaching them a lot about their sexuality and about how to be sexual without being cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. Because see, if when I look at your stuff, because this is why I wanted to ask you, what's the things that you learned from going from these different cam houses that you applied to your own cam house?
Well, in the first studio, the trainer was yelling at me to get naked in the first minute, and then guys in the first minute of the private show, and then the guys would be like, can you dress up again, because I want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I understood that actually people need connection, and that's why they come to the campsites.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can. Some of them do come just for a quick wank, but most of the people who come to the campsites need connection. Otherwise, they would go to watch a video and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with the other studios is that they think of the models as being, you know, workers in a factory,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't value the human side of it. The girls
Mm-hmm.
need to understand plenty of things about them. And I worked prior to having my own studio as a trainer in a studio, and also
Mm-hmm.
as a photographer for them. And I had to teach ladies who were 50 or 55 how to be sexy, how to feel like a woman, because they have been in broken relationships and they don't know how to actually act around a man.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that in most of the studios, they go on teaching the girls how to sell and
Mm-hmm.
how to make the guy spend money, and that's
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I see it more on the human level. I don't think that people are ATMs and just that.
Mm-hmm. See, that's what I'm talking about. Because it's, because be it that you being a cam girl,
Yeah.
um, do you think you're giving that mentorship actually helps the game over there more? Because over here, really, girls, it like, put it this way, like with OnlyFans, girls see other girls do OnlyFans, they jump on it. They don't necessarily go talk to somebody or get mentored. Over there, it seems like mentoring is a very big part of the game. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, it's a big part of the game because sexuality it's in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
We need to know the process that's behind a fetish, for instance. We need to know what triggers something. I've been talking to a mistress that does real life um, sessions, and she told me that, for example, small penis humiliation, it's one of the hardest fetishes to do in real life, because you don't
Yeah.
really know what can trigger in the sub who's there,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you are, yeah, he is a sub, but you are still a woman, and a man is anyway stronger than you.
Mm-hmm.
We need to understand sexuality as part of our nature, and also part of plenty of issues that come in our life,
Mm-hmm.
because and it's funny, a few days ago a guy told me that I've been brainwashed thinking that our issues thinking that our issues come from repressed sexuality. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, maybe I like too much Freud. you know.
Yeah, because it's funny. Like when I talk to females, like when they was in their first marriage, they have a sexual awakening, and people don't realize that sometimes you can be repressed because the marriage you in, or the relationship you in, doesn't allow you to explore your sexual side because you're so afraid you're gonna hurt that person's feelings. So when you
Well,
become free, kind sometimes opens you up, what have you.
I was lucky from that point of view.
Mm-hmm.
um but still, it's funny because some of the sexual awakenings happen with age. I mean, the things that I
Yeah.
liked when I was 19, it's not what I like now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it's fun to have sex outside, but it's more comfortable in a bed, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because that's what people don't realize, and I want you to speak to that when it comes to when y'all doing y'all solos, or what have you, or the videos that you do. Because first of all, what all content do you do? What all type content you do before I even move forward on that?
Well, I do all sorts of content. I don't have. I, I had, for instance, a period of 2 years in which I went out from the postpartum depression, and I had a lot of, not anger, but somehow a mean side of me woke up.
Okay, 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 okay,
So I use that in a good sense, as in I did for 2 years I did BDSM on camera.
okay.
And
You took
um
out the frustrations.
yeah, but then I got even more frustrated because as a mistress, as a dominatrix, you don't get naked that fast. You don't masturbate unless it's worthy and stuff like that. And I'm a pleaser. I mean,
Yeah.
if I know that humiliating you will turn you on, I'll humiliate the fuck out of you. And it will
Mm,
turn me on. But if you're not into that, I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I know I have the power to ruin a person, but I will not do it just for the sake of it. And making guys hit themselves and still be hard and stuff like that turned me on a
uh,
lot.
mm.
And after privates with the subs, I'd be like, I have to close the site because I really need to masturbate, because I'd have blue balls.
See that,
Yeah,
but
and
even women got to get a release sometimes when they do certain shit. But go
oh
ahead.
my god, oh my god. Well, that's the I mean, I think camming saved me from
Mm.
being the slut of the town. Yeah, my libido is super high.
Mm,
So yeah, basically my content relates a lot to the breasts because they're
mm,
huge, and why
yeah,
not use them?
very
Um,
beautiful.
Thank you. And then because my language skills, I am able, and also with the acting background, I'm
Yeah.
able to do role plays, and the role plays go from taboo to fucked up stories. I mean, last year I had a private in which I was Madame Bathory.
Okay. Mm.
And I was like, how fucked up am I to be turned on about being a serial killer?
You be surprised what turns you on when you play certain roles you play. I ain't even going front. Like
Yeah.
like for me, whenever I played the role of the boss gonna make me have to fuck, I always get turned on by that shit. Way more than
Yeah.
if I was the boss. You know what I'm saying? It just, you know what I'm saying? But I feel
Hmm.
you on that though. Yeah.
And also, I discovered through time, before having my child, I was girl next door.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, something switched, and people started to tell me, guys that knew me for years started to tell me, you're turning into a femme fatale. And and they were like, you know, being a woman now, you're not a girl
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
Mm-hmm.
uh you have another kind of power. And after the BDSM period, I discovered that actually I'm a switch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's interesting, and it's a self-discovering journey, and
Mm-hmm.
I still think that I don't know myself truly. I still
Mm-hmm.
think I have things to discover about myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I'm gonna ask you a question because I always tell the ladies, and I want to. My shit is sometimes I'm gonna ask you the unsexy questions because that's what my podcast is about. Is to give the real,
Mm-hmm.
especially to my listeners. All right. Now you do not do boy girl content. Am I correct?
I don't.
Okay then. So to you, one, if you ever did boy girl content, would you think it would hurt your business and hurt your family? Two, would you ever do boy girl content? And three, if ladies don't want to do boy content, what can they do to compensate for the lack of not doing that? Because sometimes there's a demand for that. Go ahead.
Well, first, yeah, it can hurt the business
Mm-hmm.
because, you know, being in the industry for 11 years now and not offering that,
Yeah.
offering it might be the end of what else is to offer. On the other
Yeah.
hand, it can open new doors.
Mm-hmm.
But to answer your second question, I don't want to do it. Um, and not because I don't like sex. Oh my god, I fucking love sex. But I think that exposing myself in so many ways, I have to keep
Mm-hmm.
something for myself too.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm selfish about that. And for the girls who don't do boy girl content, there can be camera tricks like angles in which it looks like they are penetrated but they are not.
Mm-hmm.
People can understand the convention, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
like in movies or in theater, there is an object that is there because of the convention, and a
Mm-hmm.
letter can be 100 things as long as you play it to be
Mm-hmm.
believable that it is 100 things.
But see, I'm gonna
uh,
tell you
I-
the reason why. I'm gonna tell you the reason why in your situation why you don't have to worry about boy girl. And I've been said this about any girl that want to do fetish, what have you. The key to making people forget about boy girl is that the other shit you do is so good and so thought out, planned, and create such a fantasy that they don't care. You feel what I'm coming from? So
yeah,
with you, seem like you put a lot of time and thought into the concepts of what you're doing, the whole nine. Where do you get your inspiration, and how much you put into the actual itself?
exactly. And also, you have to believe the fantasy, you have to make it yours.
Mm-hmm.
I, I have done videos who were custom, and for the life of me, I couldn't understand what the fuck was sexy in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I did it with the best tools and skills that I had, and customers were very very pleased.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the thing is, you know, and it's funny because at some point, a makeup artist told me about a model
Mhm.
that she never had an orgasm in her life, and I was like, how do you know it? And she was like, well, she doesn't know how to fake it.
Mhm.
So I think plenty of the things that we do as cam girls relate to
Mhm.
how open and how willing to get in it we are.
Mhm.
And for me, the crazier the role play, for instance,
Yeah.
I'm them in. And also, I've never had this thing in which I'm smart. But
Mhm.
when I don't know something, I admit it and I'm willing to learn, but you have to be willing to teach me,
Mhm.
right?
Yo,
And
yeah.
some of the people have the patience to do that, and some of the people don't.
Mhm.
But now, through experience, I have seen that even when you could feel that there is no connection. I mean,
Mhm.
when the dialogue is very, very harsh, and
Mhm.
you don't know what the next question is, because even if you ask an open question, the other person is not responding with an open answer. It's
Mhm.
cringy.
Mhm.
You still have to be there for them, because people people come here to feel good.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
basically, and
Because
I,
see,
I was, yeah,
like
yeah,
I'll go say
see,
this because it's like I tell people this. I can tell how nasty of a person you is from your solo by this. If you make the solo so convincing that I get hard from you playing with a toy, you have a very nasty mind. I know you'd be a great fuck, but that ain't the point. It's the dirty because I think a lot of people when they do their solos, they don't allow their mind to get real dirty. To But the whole key of a solo is pretending that you're fucking somebody, but at the same token, you're getting off and you're really. And to me, you mastered that. And even with when I look at Sweetheart Mia, y'all two have mastered that look. You feel what I'm coming?
thank you,
Like even to the
thank you.
sex basis stuff like that. So when you do your solos, because I know it's hard as shit to do a solo because I done male solo, so that's off for 10 minutes. You know how hard it is to stretch out 10-minute jerk off session. Difficult.
I don't know, but I know how hard it is to fuck your pussy an hour without having
Yeah.
any feedback.
So how do you stay motivated? Where did that mind go dirty? Why?
Well, a few. I'll tell you something. When I was 18, I watched a TV series called "The Secret Diary of a Call Girl," and it's about a London um, elite escort, and she
Mhm.
tells you that she's not
You talking about
doing
Bell
it.
Piper, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Bell
yeah,
Piper
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's one of my favorite
I
shows.
I freaking love it. I mean, whenever I don't feel sexy, I watch it and I'm like diva again.
Mhm.
But the thing is that that was one of the moments that opened my mind, and also my background, because it's very important. In my family, I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, and
Okay.
masturbation was forbidden.
Mhm.
So when I left home, oh my god, the first thing that I did was to go in a sex shop. Um, but yeah, so through time I studied sexology and human behavior in the sex side, and also I came across an article about Marilyn Monroe, who explained that she was that sex bomb because she basically imagined how would it be to fuck every man she met,
Mhm.
and that sexual energy came out. Well, when I do my solos, I do try to stick to the script and um, keep the words and stuff like that in the play. But
Mm-hmm.
whenever, because even when I fuck in real life, I don't talk. I'm too
Mm-hmm.
busy being in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm thinking at the last good fuck and get horny over it, and sometimes I'm watching some porn before, get horny,
Mm-hmm.
and go on.
Uh, and you imagine that, and you go to town. I can believe that most definitely. Because sometimes, even when like I used to do scenes, my mind get real nasty. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I want to do during the scene when I used to shoot, so I can imagine or what have you. I'm gonna
Mhm.
ask you this: is because we about to get business now. We about to go boss, CEO shit.
Oh,
Now, you are a different type boss. Okay, so my
yeah.
question for you is gonna be different. Tell me the main biggest difference from being a cam girl to running a cam house that you have learned.
Well, the main big difference is that there is a lot of drama. Bitches be
Yeah,
crazy. Uh,
yeah.
yeah. With great sadness, I'll tell you that most of the cam girls who end up in the industry choose this job as a last resort.
Yeah.
So they have plenty of issues,
Mm-hmm.
from family to money to trauma to anything. And you
Mm-hmm.
have to understand them all and be there for all. And some of them become very possessive and jealous if you give attention to another one. And for instance, I went to the seaside with the girls, and one of them was new and she didn't have photos on her profiles. And I
Mm-hmm.
told the others that she will be the first one that will have the pictures edited. And because um, I'm a professional photographer and editor, so I do take my time with pictures. I don't rush through them. And another
Mm-hmm.
girl was like, "You didn't edit neither a picture of mine." I was like, "I didn't finish the first one, as I said." Or if they have an issue at home, they come to work and they are angry, and you don't understand what they are doing and what's going
Mm-hmm.
on and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to make them talk and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I know being that you not only got to worry about numbers, you got to worry about morale because you
Yeah.
got employees, period. So, how do you handle morale? How do you pick up morale? What did you do to try to pick up spirits within it in the
Well,
house?
first of all, I'm a very, very calm person.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't, uh, I don't, I'm not the kind who screams. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
the kind who throws tantrums, you know, and they cool off from my calm. But also, when I see them that they don't want to speak, I don't push it. I wait for a better moment.
Mm-hmm.
And also, some days are hard, some days are good. I'm trying to make them understand that it's not about
Mm-hmm.
them. Maybe it's a hard period, and for now this moment we never lived it before.
Mm-hmm.
We are post pandemic. People go to holidays after almost 2 years of being in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and basically there is not much money in the market,
Mm-hmm.
and they are frustrated because they feel like they are bad models and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, it's not you, it's just there isn't a lot of traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a general thing, it's not only about you. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to make them understand that if you have a bad day and if you put a little bit more effort into how you look, it will help you feel better about the day. And also, um somehow I became a little spiritual lately, but
Mm-hmm.
not in the sense that I go to church, but more in the sense that I just stay and meditate about things and think about things. And sometimes thinking about the day that has passed and, you know, reimagine it in a way that would make you happy,
Mm-hmm.
boosts morale.
Mm-hmm.
And also I
Yeah.
told them to go out and find a dick and fuck. That's
That always helps.
well,
Because
I
see,
know, I know myself, if I don't have dick, I am pissed off.
yeah, cause see, men, just like when men ain't getting it for a minute, they're irritable. Oh, I'm pretty sure with women they ain't getting it. Oh yeah, it's they
One of the
just
girls,
pissed.
one of the girls didn't have sex in 2 years. Now imagine her.
Oh my god, she backed up.
Yeah,
She backed up,
I was like,
backed
dude,
up,
you're
to
a
backed up.
virgin.
Oh god, yeah, you can say born again version. That what you call it? Cause that thing probably tight as hell. Shoot.
Ah, well, she uses toys, so yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, true.
But
So
skin is skin.
yeah, so like I said, with you running a house now, it's not just that you on the number side of things. You really got to pay attention to the number in a different way than a girl that's just going for herself do. Because now you got to pay attention to their numbers as well as your own numbers and the whole total numbers of what going on
Y-
with the
You
house.
know,
I mean,
there is a thing that I've heard it in various situations and in many ways, that
mm,
when you do something, if you do it for the money, you will be disappointed. But if you do it for the fun of it, money will
mm,
follow.
mm, true that.
So this studio is based on do it for the fun and money will follow. Uh,
Mm,
for I'm not alone. I have an investor as well, and
mm,
the thing is that I'm trying to explain them that if they have fun in front of the camera, money will come. One of the
yeah.
girls actually today asked me. Um, I'm desperate. I'm not making money, and I think desperation comes across the screen. And I was like, yeah, it comes across the screen. And I told her that in multiple ways and times, whenever I felt stressed about not having enough money, I don't know, to pay the rent, to pay the bills, not to mention to have a little fun, right? And
Mm,
I was like, whenever I was stressed out that I have 2 days in which I'd have to make 1,000,
mm,
I would do nothing.
mm,
And whenever I'd go online with like, fuck it, today I'm gonna have fun and I'll come, I don't know, 10 times.
mm, mm.
You know,
Yeah.
that that's when magic happens. And I'm trying to teach them this, but I think sometimes they think I'm crazy.
Yeah, I feel you. But do you think it's the misconception that they come into it with that
uh,
from looking at other girls in the business? Because like over here, a lot of girls with that has an OnlyFans, they were quick to post how much money they made from OnlyFans. So
well, I
when
didn't
girls
make
see
much
other
money
girls
from
make,
OnlyFans.
so what?
I didn't make much money from OnlyFans.
Yeah,
So
but no, yeah. But I'm talking about, but when girls or girl, you know what I'm saying, that come in the game and they see these other girls posting how much they're making, percentages and all that, it kind of makes a misconception that it's easy and they supposed to make money like that. How much you got to fight against that misconception when you have a new girl come in?
do you know how ads for studios sound like in Romania?
Mm-mm.
I'll tell you. You come to work with us and you can have guaranteed $3,000 in a month or 10,000 or 20,000. But they don't say that you actually have to work like 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that you
Mm-hmm.
might get that amount of money in like 6 months, a year of this hustle. I
Mm-hmm.
am more like, okay, let's see the human side. Let's not burn out the people.
Mm-hmm.
Let's work as much as we can and as much as it is fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because
Most
if
definitely.
it's fun, then money will follow again, you know? The thing
Yeah.
is that um plenty of the girls who end up doing cam in Romania and
Mm-hmm.
perhaps in Czech Republic or Russia or Ukraine too, they want shallow things like a brand bag, brand clothes, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But there are also the others who really want to do something with their lives and buy a home
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So it depends a lot on what you want. Yes, I was
Yeah.
laughing at some point. I was working as a photographer and a trainer in a studio, and one of the girls, she was 21, dumb as fuck, but she was making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And she bought Mercedes something, and her friends were still going to town to drink a cola or a Pepsi with the bus. And I was like, your friends, they go with the bus, you come with the Mercedes. It's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
You come from a poor family. It's obvious. But
Mm-hmm.
most of them don't even think about investing in education and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember I remember a summit, and there was class about how to be a top model, and there was
uh,
a model from a studio, a huge studio from Bucharest, and she said, besides doing camming, I'm studying something to prepare myself for a better life. And I was
mm-hmm.
like, you are coming here to tell me how good it is to be a top model, and then you tell me that you actually fucking hate it and you want a better life. I mean, I understand that you want to educate yourself, but don't make it like this is bad. And
Yeah,
also
because
here
go ahead.
in
No, go
Romania,
ahead. Finish.
it's also a huge stigma related to camming still,
Mm-hmm.
because we are profoundly religious. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Most definitely. Most definitely. So, please, can you say something sexy in Romanian for me?
What would you want me to say?
It don't matter. I just want to hear. I just want to hear the accent and the language.
I will Englishify it now because I've been speaking so much shit in
Okay, then go
English.
ahead.
Um, ok. Bună, sunt Roxanne Miller și sunt model de 10 ani, 11 chiar, și îmi place foarte, foarte mult sexul.
Mm.
Mm.
What did you say?
So I said, I'm Roxanne Miller. I'm a cam girl and I really, really like sex.
And she said something simple, but it sounds so. I ain't got to say no more. Good night.
uh,
So, being at BBW, how good did it feel to see how popular you are online?
well, it's actually funny because I told you that in our country there is this thing about being skinny and everybody is on diet every time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And somehow when I was studying acting, the actress that prepared me for university told me that I have to be either chubby or skinny because there are no many roles in between.
Mm-hmm.
And when I moved to Bucharest, I
Mm-hmm.
was with 60 pounds slimmer than now, and I was like a double D cup.
Oh.
But and then I started to gain weight because of the crazy life that I was living here. You know,
Mm-hmm.
beer.
Yeah, yeah. You was having a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, oh my God. And then I didn't finish university for acting, and one of the
Mhm.
colleagues who finished it had an amateur school, and I was like, dude, I'll come too because I miss the stage, but I don't want to go professional anymore. I just want to do it for the fun of it. And at some
Mhm.
point, he said, I have a friend who has a pub in the old town, and he wants characters. And I was
Mhm.
like, if they want a chubby Marilyn Monroe, I'm in. So
Oh, most definitely.
I got to the pub, and the girl who was taking care of the artistic part. Also, the pub was very, very Moulin Rouge,
Mm-hmm.
so it was burlesque and all the jazz and stuff like that. So I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, do you want to dance? And I was like, dude, I never danced, neither in the shower. I mean, and she was like, yeah, but you don't really have to really, really dance. You can just move around. And I
Yeah,
was
pretty
like,
much,
okay.
cause you got that booty and them thighs and them titties. They gonna see that gyrate. They gonna be throwing money.
Well, the thing is, it was a regular pub. I was
Mm-hmm.
dressed in corsets and very, very burlesque, like, you know, 1800s kind of um sexy. And it was funny to see people react to me dancing because in a year I was very good at it. I was throwing
Mm-hmm.
legs up in the air and stuff like that and
Oh,
doing, yeah.
okay.
And another thing that was funny was that after seeing their reactions and stuff like that, I got pregnant. I didn't work anymore in the pub.
Mm-hmm.
And after I got out of the postpartum depression, um, I started to look around. So I made a dating profile.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't really sure that I'll fuck hotties, and I did.
Oh shit. Okay.
So it was like, because when you see the people online, you don't really, I mean, you know that you get them hot and horny for you, but you don't know exactly why and stuff like that. So with real
Mm-hmm.
life, sometimes you can get the explanations. And for me, being a BBW
Mm-hmm.
is both sexy and fun because I have the curves and I can play with them, and but sometimes it's frustrating when, for instance, I have to find winter jackets because because they don't fit on the boobs.
Oh no. How big is your boobs? How big is your
34
boobs?
m
54
m
M.
no, 34, 34.
34 M.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, they're a nice big size. But see, like I said, but you got ass and tits. So which makes you more money, the ass or the tits?
Well, the ass is visible compared to the tits.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all your videos they don't even care if you even turn around. They just want to see their faces, them tits.
But to be honest, the one who
Yeah.
makes me more money, it's my brain.
Oh, I believe that. I believe
I
that
mean,
because see, that's why I do this podcast because I think a lot of y'all ladies don't get credit for being good business women. Which bring me to my last point. Being a female business owner in Romania. Because
well,
I know that's probably I don't know if they're a rarity or there's a lot of you, but you don't see a lot of women own something in porn or in sex work or in adult work. You feel what I'm saying? You don't see that too often. So speak to
yeah.
being a woman owner and the fact
Well,
that you're in Romania.
it's obviously a men's world, but me not being a very feminist, I don't. have to fight it. For
Mm-hmm.
me, it's just, of course, there were points and moments when I was giving an idea that would have had a lot of success and stuff like that, and they were like, nah. And then they would use my idea and pretend that
Yeah.
it came from them and stuff like that. But I learned my lesson. I mean, after that, I kept the ideas for me and moved on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um and also there is this thing in which, and this is funny, I asked my business partner to bring me a DVI cable, and he brought me an HDMI cable, and I was like, dude, I said DVI. And he was like, well, I thought you don't know what you talk about. And I was like, dude, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, there is a tendency, and also um we come from the Latins, and in the Latin mentality, there is this machismo, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But since I was a tomboy, and
Mm-hmm.
throughout my 20s, whenever it was going out with the boys, I was out with the boys.
Yeah.
So I can be one of them, and this is the fun part, because most of my friends, close friends, I mean, yeah, all my close friends know that I'm doing camming and porn and stuff like that, and most of them didn't even think that I do it up until they figured out, because I can have a real human connection with them without flirting with them, without, being obvious about sexuality and stuff like that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I can still be gracefully in that sense. I have seen women who can't, but that's another story. And related to business, I know a few studios who are run by women. They are strong women. Um, I think we should be proud of ourselves, because, going from not knowing anything when you get hired in a studio, you don't know anything about how the sites run, what kind of pictures they need, and so on, to basically learn everything. And I I basically used, for instance, the almost 2 years in which I was a trainer in the studio,
Mm-hmm.
to see the business pattern, to see how websites with which I didn't work and stuff like that. And it's funny because I told them, people, I'm freaking smart, and I also do lots of connections, because with the acting and with photojournalism, because that was my school when I studied photography, I
Mm-hmm.
was forced to see things that were happening in a few seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to snap them. For instance, when you go to a wedding, you have to catch moments, and you have to pay a lot of attention. So I did pay a lot of attention. They belittled me, and they didn't think I can do it, and I did.
See, there you go. Tell everybody where they can find you, beautiful.
Well, I am online on Streammate, Live Jasmine, and Sky Private. There
Mm-hmm.
you can find me. I go by Roxanne on Streammate, Rox Millers on Jasmine, and Roxanne Miller in Sky Private. You can find my videos on many vids, Roxanne Miller, and also on OnlyFans. And I have a clips for sale
There
too,
you
but
go.
I don't recall it.
Most
Oh,
definitely.
and on
And
Twitter
Miss,
and Instagram.
oh yes, oh yes, and all them links will be in the description, people. I definitely want to bring you back as a smoke buddy. I would love to do more episodes with you so we could really chop it up and talk. If you down for
Sounds
coming
great.
back to the lounge, most
I am.
definitely.
I am. And I've
No
been
doubt.
smoking throughout the podcast, so
Oh, so have I. Why I smoke this over? See. So with that, life is a learning experience. With the point experience, you didn't learn anything. Smoke this over. Thank you for coming to the lounge, baby girl.
thank you too. Thank you for inviting me. And kisses to everybody, and good vibes, and stay safe and healthy.
No doubt.